Greetings, peoples of the interwebs. Jake here from Paisley Pale Productions, and in this video I'll be spotlighting the Marvel character Hercules, which I believe is a very underrated character, and a bit of a lesser known character that I hope to shed a bit more light on and hopefully bring more interest to. So for those of you who are maybe a bit less familiar with the character, or know nothing at all about the character, not only will I be spotlighting the character, but I'll also be giving a bit of some of the basic information about the character, in terms of his origins, when he was first introduced, and after I get over the basic information, I'll kind of give you all some details as to why I think you and other people in general should be reading this character, or overall just be a bit more familiar with the character. So, let's begin with some basic information, shall we? Hercules is a fictional superhero appearing in American comic books published by Marvel Comics. The character first appears in Journey into Mystery, Annual Number 1, 1965, and was created by writer-editor Stan Lee and artist co-plotter Jack Kirby. Debuting in the Silver Age of comic books, the character is based on Hercules of Greek mythology, although the name Hercules is associated with the version from Roman mythology. The character has starred in 3 self-titled limited series, and been a perennial member of the superhero team The Avengers, appearing in each of the 3 titles. In 2008, Hercules debuted in his own series titled The Incredible Hercules. The character was ranked 21st in IGN's list of the top 50 Avengers, and has appeared in various forms of media, including television series and video games. Hercules is an Olympian. And as a demigod Olympian, Hercules is immortal and possesses superhuman physical traits, including enormous strength, and is also trained in fighting with all manner of ancient weaponry. Teams and affiliations. Throughout the years, Hercules has been members of the Avengers, Champions, Damage Control, Defenders, God Squad, and the Olympians. Now, that's some of the basic information. One of the reasons why I find this character so intriguing and interesting is me being a huge fan of history, in particular Roman and Greek history. I just find it fascinating that he's very similar to Thor in terms that Marvel is able to take a god, or a demigod in Hercules' case, but basically a character of mythology, whether it be Norse in Thor's case, or Greek mythology, or Roman mythology in the case of Hercules. I was able to make him a superhero, but not... They were able to make it so fantastical, but also grounded in reality at the same time. Now, for those of you who are wondering some good reading material for Hercules, I'd really recommend the current Marvel Comics by Dan Abnett. It's currently about 5 or 6 issues in. I'm not quite current, but from what I have read, it's a pretty solid series. And again, if you're a big fan of Greek mythology such as myself, I think it's a must-read, and especially if you're looking for some new reading material, whether it be Marvel or just new material in general, or new characters to read, I can't recommend this one enough. It's got a nice blend of humour, action, and overall it's just a fun little adventure story. So I think that wraps up some of the basic information on Hercules, and I think, again, he's one of those characters that, again, he's very underrated, but I think he's got a lot of potential to where, if used properly, in the case of the current Marvel run, he could become a much bigger character. Maybe not quite as big as characters like, say, Iron Man or Thor, or Spider-Man, the X-Men, some of the A-lister superheroes, but I think he could reach at least maybe like a B-level rank. Because I'd say right now, Hercules is more around like the C-ranking level heroes, just because he's not that well known, he hasn't had a whole lot of ongoing series, but hopefully, so long as the current run goes well, which so far I think it is quite well, and it seems to be received well by others, I think there's a good chance that he will get continue an ongoing series and start to rise up in the ranks and become a more popular, and possibly even a household name within the Marvel Comics. And who knows, maybe he might even get a movie down in Phase 4, which I think would be brilliant. That wraps up this quick little video on just some of the basic information on Hercules, and why I think, again, you all should check out the character. If you don't read the comics, you should at least, do a quick little bit of research on Google. Just type in the character, just so that you can get a bit of a feel for the character. And some of you may be familiar, he was actually in the Civil War storyline. He was one of Captain America's main generals. So he's been a pivotal character within some of the main events throughout the Marvel comic universe. So I think it's about time he gets, whether maybe if not a movie, I think he should at least get a Netflix series. Um, but hopefully you all have enjoyed this, and if you did, feel free to leave a comment and feel free to like this video, show some love to MarvelTube here. And also, if you all would like to find me, feel free to check out my channel, Pasty Pale Productions. And you can also follow me on Twitter at IrishmanJake, and also Comics Amino for those of you lovely people who use that app. You can also find me on there, also at IrishmanJake, all one word. And that wraps up this video. Hopefully you all have enjoyed this. And again, if you have, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff to both MarvelTube here, where I'll hopefully be a recurring guest to doing more videos like this on underrated comic characters that I think deserve a bit more time in the spotlight. So, until next time everyone, cheers.